What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be a guide on how to successfully shiny hunt Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Now currently there are two ways of shiny hunting in this game, and that is either by doing mass outbreaks, a feature that returned from Pokemon Legends Arceus, and the usual Masuda method, in which you can breed for a shiny Pokemon from two parents from different regions. Before we hop onto it, please be sure to hit that subscribe button for more tutorials, guides, and more. Now let's get started with the mass outbreaks. Step 1. Turn off the autosave. This makes sure that nothing happens when you encounter a shiny Pokemon. If you just so happen to fail to catch one, the game will automatically save after the battle. Please go to your options and turn it off. Step 2. If you haven't already, talk to Professor Jock once you've completed the Pokédex, and he will award you the Shiny Charm, which will bring better odds of finding shiny Pokemon. Step 3. Check your map and search out a Pokemon of your choosing to start the mass outbreak. You can see which ones are available if you see their icons. Also, if you don't see the Pokemon you're looking for, then you can go home on your Switch and then turn back the time 1 minute, and that will not only change the terror rate dens, but the mass outbreaks as well. Keep doing it until the desired Pokemon appears. Step 4. Once you're at the location of the mass outbreak, their objective is to now defeat 50 to 60 of them. The fastest way to do this is by using a new feature in this game called Auto Battles. Doing so will give you this message if you beat 50 to 60 of them, and that's where you should stop. The shiny odds will then now change to this number if done right. Step 5. To search for the shiny Pokemon, you can either do two things. You can do a trick called the Picnic Reset, which will despawn every Pokemon that's in sight. When you close out the picnics, new spawns will then show up. Another way to find them is to simply leave the area where you are and then wait until they despawn and then return so that new ones can reappear. Keep doing either one of these to eventually get your shiny Pokemon. Step 6. Once you find your shiny, save the game. Although it is not mandatory, but shiny Pokemon are a rare thing to find these days, and mistakes can easily be made. Saving once finding the shiny Pokemon guarantees that in a likely event something happens to it and you can't catch it, you can easily restart the game and it will appear at the same exact spot where you found it initially. All you have to do really is just catch your Pokemon, and then boom, congratulations, you just found your shiny Pokemon and successfully captured one using the mass outbreak method. Quick tip: if you want to make shiny Pokemon appear much faster and much sooner, you can make sandwiches via the picnic. All you have to do is just make the appropriate sandwich to give the encounter power and sparkling power at level 3, and then you'll be able to get your shiny odds boosted to this number here. I will leave a link in the description of all the sandwich recipes needed to make sandwiches based on the Pokemon type. Now, the second method of shiny hunting in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the Masuda method. This method has been a staple in the Pokemon series since Gen 4, and many players still use this method to find their shiny Pokemon to this day. In case you don't know how to go about doing this method, here are the steps required to getting that shiny Pokemon. Let's get started. Step 1. This method requires breeding two Pokemon from different regions. If you want to know what region your Pokemon is from, you can check the summary and find this label here to see for yourself. In this example video from my previous live stream, I'm using my SaVeUsJ for my own region and using a foreign Ditto that I obtained through trading. If you need help getting a foreign Ditto, use the trade feature in the Poké Portal and try using this code and see if any players around the world will help you trade one. Step 2. Now that you have the Pokemon you want to breed, it's now time to set up the picnic and prepare a sandwich to get egg powers. You can either make one of your own, use a recipe template that has the meal powers, or head on over to a sandwich shop and buy a meal that has it instead. Ideally, any level will work, but I found that using egg powers at level 2 is the best one to use, as you can rack up eggs much faster than you can at level 1. Once the meal powers are active, you have about 30 minutes to rack up as many eggs as possible. Check the basket every so often to find the eggs. The most you can pick up from the basket is about 10, so try to give it some space and some time in between, and then start picking them up again. Step 3. Once you have enough eggs, it's time to start hatching them. But before we do that, we want to speed up the process, and to do that we need a Pokemon with either of these abilities. Having a Pokemon with these abilities in your party will speed up the amount of steps needed to hatch a Pokemon egg. Now you can roam around until it's time for the egg to hatch, and just repeat this until you eventually find that shiny Pokemon. And that's all there is to it. That's the easiest way to do a Masuda method, and the easiest way, in my opinion, to find the shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more tutorials and videos and more. My name is Jay. Take care, guys. See you in the next one.